Hi guys, in today's video, we'll dive into the script of a mafia classic, The Godfather. Let's begin. First, the logline. When a powerful mafia boss is nearly killed, his reluctant son is pulled into the family's violent world and must transform from an outsider into the new Godfather, or else his family will be destroyed by enemies on all sides. Story type: tragedy/revenge. Protagonist: Michael Corleone, a war hero, outsider to the family business. Protagonist's fatal flaw: his belief that he can stay away from the mafia reality. Setting: the 1940s and 50s, New York's underworld. This is where the story takes place. Villains: Sollozzo, McCluskey, Barzini, and the mafia families, also the internal betrayers. Antagonism: the evil world of organized crime. The stakes: the father, and by the extension of him, the entire family of Michael is under the threat of being murdered by the rival mafia families. This is the obstacle that Michael will need to overcome throughout the story. Inciting incident: Don Vito, Michael's father, gets shot. This incident starts the real story and transformation of Michael, pulling him deep into the family business. Alright, once we establish the main ingredients, let's dive into the 3 acts of the story to get the true blueprint. Act 1. The wedding establishes Michael and his world. We realize Michael says no to his family business and wants to become a real American, not a Sicilian mafioso like his father. Then, Sollozzo meeting happens. Vito turns down the drug deal offer. Sonny somehow objects. Sollozzo realizes, and then, boom, Vito gets shot. The invincible father figure falls. The family is now vulnerable. This is the inciting incident that starts the journey of our protagonist, Michael Corleone. End of Act 1. A turning point happens. Michael goes to the hospital, saves Vito from the hitman. What happens? He is no more an observant, but a participant in the family business. Act 2 Part 1. The long transformational spine begins here. The first part of the Act 2 is mostly beat Sollozzo and McCluskey. The family debates how to deal with them. Michael steps up and "let's shoot them," he says, and the restaurant assassination happens. This is a major turning point for Michael. Now he's not only involved, but he's involved to the core. Old Michael is no more, and Sollozzo and McCluskey are dead. But yet, remember, Act 2 is where the answers are usually false. So Michael thinks he's okay and he saved the family, and he exiles to Sicily. He marries Apollonia, happily lived after fantasy. But wait for it. The middle of Act 2, Sonny Corleone, the older brother, is killed. Michael feels obliged to go back. Then a more personal killing happens, and Apollonia gets assassinated instead of Michael. This is the lowest point for Michael Corleone throughout the story. Now he's in his worst condition. The world looks unimprovable to him, and the enemies are almost unbeatable. Yet, Act 2 Part 2 begins. Michael's back in New York. Vito makes peace with the families. Michael becomes the Don. He takes over Las Vegas, makes deals, evolves, and gets stronger. He marries Kay. Promises her to go legit in 5 years. This is where the fatal flaw emerges. He says this, but his heart is elsewhere, and he deep down knows that he cannot leave the mafia reality, so it's basically a lie and makes him a tragic character. As we close in to third act, a big revelation takes place here. Vito tells him in the garden that Barzini will set him up, and it will be the traitor who will bring him the meeting offer. Now Michael knows everything he needs to deal with the ultimate enemy, Barzini, the rest of the families, and the internal betrayers. Act 2 Part 2 ends with a turning point. Don Vito dies. Michael becomes the new Don. He'll need to fight the foe head on. Now there is no big man or there is no father figure. Michael is alone, but he's ready to fight. Act 3. The ultimate confrontation. Baptism happens. Michael shoots dead Barzini, the greatest villain, and the rest of the Dons. He kills the betrayers too, Carlo and Tessio. He's victor, but the fatal flaw looms over. He lies about these murders to his family, he denies the Satan, and he betrays his oath to go legit. The door closes, As they kiss Michael's hand, naming him Don Corleone, Michael goes from "I'm not like them" into "I'm the worst of them." His arc is now complete.